It's been about a year since the Infiniti brand was launched in South Africa. The current range consists of 5 models, 2 SUVs, a sedan, a coupe and a cabriolet. Of those, it's the SUVs that have attracted the most buyers, although in total terms, Infiniti sales are ticking over at about 20 units a month, which means paradoxically that this car, the M37s, is one of the most exclusive premium sedans on the market at the moment. The big 4-door is aimed squarely at that segment of the premium market currently dominated by BMW's 5 Series, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class and Audi's A6 range. Of course, it's a tough sector, with volumes under pressure from a less than buoyant economy, as well as a buying downtrend that has seen would-be customers moving to more compact premium models. Imposing is the word that best describes the Infiniti M37. It's a large and imposing car with its long prowling nose, its pronounced fenders and its heavy muscular haunches. It's not a car that's instantly recognizable, which of course is exactly why it turns heads. But the fact that many people are asking us whether this is a Chinese vehicle does suggest that Infiniti has some way to go in terms of brand awareness. That's easier said than done. It's taken Lexus, the luxury division of Toyota, and therefore arguably Infiniti's most comparable rival, more than a decade to establish itself as a meaningful player in the premium car arena. Despite its Nissan bloodline, there's nothing to suggest any aesthetic link with a mass-market brand. It certainly exudes an air of class and exclusivity, but the shape is perhaps too derivative to establish a convincing brand presence. The model under scrutiny here is the M37s Premium, which combines a sportier execution with every conceivable luxury and an equally exhaustive list of high-tech features. No wonder the interior is more private jet flight deck than luxury car cabin. The controls and switchgear are arranged on successive tiers below the touchscreen display, and it's quite a daunting arrangement. In fact, there's not much that's truly intuitive or ergonomic about it. That said, one soon becomes familiar with the way the controls are grouped, while the menu-driven color display interface allows easy access to key functions and settings. One could write a book about all the M37's features, which include the likes of a climate control system with so-called forest air mode that creates the refreshing, relaxing illusion of being in a forest by ionizing the incoming air. The accommodation is spacious, with plenty of room for front and rear occupants, while a deep and generous boot will easily swallow an extended family's luggage, a quartet of golf bags, or enough cases of fine wine to stock a smallish cellar. The M sedan has been around since 2012, but up to now it's been offered in turbo-diesel-powered form only. The M37s introduces a petrol engine to the equation. It's a 3.7-litre V6 credited with 235 kilowatts of maximum power and 360 newton-meters of torque. It's a peak engine that loves to and needs to be revved. The V6 is linked to a 7-speed automatic gearbox that can be operated either in full auto or sequential manual mode, the latter using big shift paddles fixed to the steering column. But in many ways, the M37s feels better when left in full auto, even when driven with some intent and with the driving mode selector set to Sport. In classic sport sedan tradition, the M37s is rear-wheel driven, but unusual in this segment is the use of a 4-wheel steering system, which adapts the steering action and adjusts rear-wheel geometry to allow a tighter turning circle at low speeds and greater stability at high speeds. Talking about speed, the M37s is no slouch when it comes to performance. The 0 to 100 time dispatched in the low 6-second bracket, top speed limited to 250 kilometers an hour. But the problem with this car is that it doesn't feel as athletic as it looks. The engine revs, there's certainly a lot of power, especially in sport mode, but it just isn't as involving, and it always understates how quickly you're actually going. To its credit, the M37s rides with a smooth and confident assurance that makes it feel impervious to its surroundings. The double wishbone front and multi-link rear suspensions are perfectly tuned, finding a good balance of firmness and compliance and doing well to counter body roll. The big sedan feels at its best when piloted through long sweeps and constant radius corners at speed. It hunkers down onto the tar and once settled, sticks to the chosen line as if on rails. The M37s is arresting to look at, equipped to the hilt and powerful and fast enough to compete with established players in this segment. It's also a lot more exclusive than an E-Class, an A6 or a 5 Series. But it needs more personality, more chutzpah to truly compete in the premium car segment. A slick V6 with plenty of punch ensures effortless performance with a refined ride to match. A spacious cabin and full house features add further appeal. However, for all its power and plushness, the driving experience is less engaging than expected, and the Infiniti brand is still not as recognized as mainstream rivals.